Hello everyone, welcome you all to the microcontroller class. Today we will be having session 1 of unit 1 8051 architecture. And these are the contents of today's session. Here in this session we are going to learn what do you mean by a microprocessor, microcontroller, differences between microprocessor and microcontroller, what do you mean by RISC and CISC architectures, and what are the differences between RISC and CISC. First of all, we shall define what do you mean by a microprocessor. The microprocessor is a general purpose single chip central processing unit of a digital computer. Microprocessor is a general purpose single chip central processing unit. So this is nothing but a central processing unit of a digital computer. ನಮಗೆ ಸಿ ಪಿ ಯು ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಸೆಮಿಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಷನ್. ಸೆಮಿಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಇರ್ತವೆ. Manufactured by using either large scale integration. Large scale integration means interconnecting the number of transistors, interconnecting the components, interconnecting the devices within a chip. That is called as integration. So here the large scale integration, large LSI, large scale integration means so the number of transistors available in a single chip will be varies from 1000 to 10,000. Suppose if you consider this is a single chip. In this single chip, how many transistors are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. So the total number of transistors within this chip, it varies from 1000 to 10,000. If that is the case, then such type of integration technique, adding the number of transistors, connecting the number of transistors in a single chip, this technique is called as a integration. That is nothing but the large scale integration. What do you mean by very large scale integration? Here the number of transistors in a single chip, it varies from 10,000 to 1 lakh. ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಚಿಪ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ನಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ 10,000 ಇಂದ 1 ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ವರೆಗೂ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ ದ ಸಚ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಟಗ್ರೇಷನ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ಇಂಟಗ್ರೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್ ಐದರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು develop either by using LSI technique or by using VLSI technique. So most commonly nowadays we are using the VLSI or ULSI, ultra large scale integration, where the number of transistors are more than 1 lakh, 1 lakh to 10 lakh. That is called as ULSI, ultra large scale integration. There the number of transistors in a single chip, it ranges from more than 1 lakh, 1 lakh to 10 lakh. 10 lakh number of transistors are there in a single chip. The microprocessor can perform various computing functions and making decisions. So what the microprocessor will do, it perform various computing operation, various computation, execution of the programs it will do, and it take some decisions either to control the external peripheral devices or to control some of the inbuilt functions. It will take certain decisions. The programs used by the microprocessors are stored in the mass storage device ROM. ROM is the read-only memory. So this ROM is used to store the program executed by the microprocessor. To make a complete microcomputer, one must add memory, ROM and RAM, memory decoders, an oscillator, and a number of IO devices. ಸೊ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಏನೇನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ರ್ಯಾಮ್ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಮತ್ತು ರಾಮ್ ಮೆಮೊರಿ, ರ್ಯಾಂಡಮ್ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೀಡ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಮೆಮೊರಿ, ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಡಿಕೋಡರ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಸಿಲೇಟರ್ ಇರಬೇಕು ಮತ್ತು ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ IO ಡಿವೈಸಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್ಗೆ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ದೆನ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲರ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಸಿ ಪಿ ಯು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಮದರ್ ಬೋರ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್ ಸೋ ಮೆನಿ ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಕನೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್. ಸೊ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಒನ್ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ computer, along with a processor, we must add all these devices, all these components must be added to make a single computer. Next we shall see what do you mean by a microcontroller. Microcontroller may be considered as a specialized computer on a chip or single chip computer. So this is nothing but a computer on a chip. One chip ಒಳಗಡೆ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ, or single chip computer we call the chip itself. Suppose if I take this is a microchip. If I take this is a microchip, this itself acts as a single computer. So that's why it is called as a computer on a chip. That is nothing but our microcontroller. The word micro suggests that the device is small. So here the microcontroller, it consists of two parts. One is micro, another one is controller. So the word micro stands for the device is small. Very small device is there. And the word controller, this word controller suggests that the device may be used to control one or more functions of objects. ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಇದನ್ನ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಡಿವೈಸ್ನ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಅಥವಾ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್, ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲರ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲರ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎನ್ ಎಂಬೆಡೆಡ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲರ್. Embedded controller means in most of the devices, for example in the mobile phone or in the digital camera or in the washing machine or in the refrigerator, so the device is already embedded means ಅದರೊಳಗಡೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಪಿ ಸಿ ಬಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ embedded controller. It is also called as embedded controller and it is having some dedicated function. In refrigerator it is having one particular function, in washing machine it is having a different function, in digital camera it is having different function, or in some other devices it is having some different functions. The microcontroller contains a simplified processor. ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಕಂಟ್ರೋಲರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? It contains simplified processor, some memory, RAM memory or the ROM memory or both RAM and ROM, IO ports, peripheral devices such as counters, timers, analog to digital converters, etc. All are integrated on a single chip. It is entirely different than that of the microprocessor. In case of microprocessor, it is only processing unit is there. Only processing unit is there in the microprocessor. Whereas in case of microcontroller, it is having simplified processor. I will take this is a microprocessor. Microcontroller, it contains a simplified processor. Microprocessor it is having, and RAM and ROM. So next I will going to take this is RAM and I will take this is the ROM, and peripheral devices such as timers, counters. So let this will be the timer and this will be the counter and this will be the analog to digital converters and etc. So interrupt controller, many other devices are integrated on a single chip. This is called as a microchip. We call this as microchip. On a single chip all the devices are connected together. ಒಂದೇ ಚಿಪ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಡಿವೈಸಸ್ಗಳು ಇರುತ್ತವೆ. ಮೈಕ್ರೋಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಮೈಕ್ರೋಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಡಿವೈಸ್ಗಳು ಯಾವುದೂ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಓನ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್, ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸಿಂಗ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಹೊರಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ನಾವು ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ವೆರಾಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲರ್, ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಪೆರಿಫರಲ್ ಡಿವೈಸಸ್ along with a microprocessor, this is the microprocessor plus all the peripheral devices, all are there on a single chip. That is the reason why it is called as a computer on a chip, or it is called as a single chip computer. On a single chip we are having the entire computer. Microcontrollers are dedicated to perform one task repeatedly. Microcontroller ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, it will keep on performing only one task repeated number of times. It will keep on repeating. For example, in the refrigerator it is having only the cooling function. In the washing machine it is having only the rotation of the motor, how to control the motor rotation. And in the digital camera it is having how to capture the image. Only this task is repeated n number of times. You cannot use the microcontroller which is used in the refrigerator into the washing machine, or you cannot use the microcontroller which is used in the washing machine to the digital camera. Like this, each microcontroller is having a dedicated function and the same program is repeated. Same program is performing repeatedly, number of times it is repeating. We shall see some of the differences between microprocessors and microcontroller. So in microprocessor, it contains ALU, GP registers, SP, PC, clock, timing circuits and interrupts. ಏನೇನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? ALU ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ALU means arithmetic and logic unit. Arithmetic and logic unit, it will perform the arithmetic operations as well as the logical operations. Arithmetic operations means addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, whereas the logical operations means OR operation, AND operation, NAND operation, NOR operation. All these are complement operation. All are called as logical operation. So these functions will be performed by the arithmetic and logic unit. GP registers means general purpose registers. ಒಳಗಡೆ ನಾವು ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಡೇಟಾನ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ certain registers we are going to use in the microprocessor, and that is called as general purpose registers. SP is the stack pointer and PC is the program counter. So we will come to know what is SP and PC in the future classes. And clock and timing circuits and interrupts. Whereas in case of microcontroller, in addition means along with these components are present, and along with these components it contains inbuilt ROM, RAM, IO devices, timers, counters, etc. So ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ? ROM memory ಇರುತ್ತೆ, that is the read only memory to store the program. RAM ಇರುತ್ತೆ, random access memory, again IO devices and timers bar counters. ಸೊ ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಈ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಡಿವೈಸಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಕಂಟ್ರೋಲರ್ ಒಳಗಡೆನೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದೇ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಚಿಪ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. And the second difference is many instructions to move the data between memory and the CPU. So here you are having CPU and here you are having memory. So in the memory, program is stored. Program is stored in the memory. This is the memory and this is the CPU, central processing unit, CPU. This is CPU. So the program will be usually stored in the memory. Now from the memory, it has to take the program and it has to execute here. But again, the data has to be saved back to the memory. This is how the CPU will do, processor will do. CPU is nothing but the microprocessor. Many instructions to move data between memory and CPU. ಮೈಕ್ರೋಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಮೊರಿಯಿಂದ ಸಿ ಪಿ ಯುಗೆ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಗಳನ್ನ, ಡೇಟಾನ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಆದರೆ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ 1 or 2 ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಮೂವ್ ದ ಡೇಟಾ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಿ ಪಿ ಯು. ತುಂಬ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಡೇಟಾ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟಿಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ 1 or 2 ಬಿಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಅವೈಲಬಲ್. Bit handling instructions means a single bit. Single bit means either it can be 0 or it can be 1. Binary 0 or binary 1. So bit handling, ಈ bitನ ಕೂಡ bitನ 0 ಇದೆಯೋ bit 1 ಇದೆಯೋ, based on that it will going to take certain decision. So that again we will come to know in the future classes. So here by considering the bit value, either it is 0 or it is 1, it will take certain function. And the instructions which are there to check this bit, check these bits are very less. 1 or 2 instructions are there, whereas in case of microcontroller, more number of bit handling instructions are present. And access time for memory and IO devices are more here. Microprocessor ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, access time for memory and IO devices. ಯಾಕೆ memory ಮತ್ತು IO deviceಗೆ access time? Access time means accessing the memory or accessing the IO devices. Here you will be having IO devices. So I will call this as IO, input output devices. ಸೊ ಸಿ ಪಿ ಯು ಏನಾದರೂ ಐ ಒ ಡಿವೈಸ್ನ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಸಿ ಪಿ ಯು ಏನಾದರೂ ಮೆಮೊರಿನ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಟೈಮ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಬೋತ್ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಐ ಒ ಡಿವೈಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಟು ದ ಸಿ ಪಿ ಯು ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್. ವೆರಾಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲರ್ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೆಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದ ಇನ್ಬಿಲ್ಟ್ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಐ ಒ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲರ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಕೂಡ ಇದ್ರ ಸಿ ಪಿ ಯು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಐ ಒ ಡಿವೈಸಸ್ಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಸಿ ಪಿ ಯು ಒಳಗಡೆ, ಐ ಒ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲರ್ಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಸಿ ಪಿ ಯು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲದೂ ಒಂದೇ ಚಿಪ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಲೆಸ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಚಿಪ್, internal to the chip. That's why the access time is less here. And microprocessor requires more hardware, increases in PCB size, because microprocessor doesn't contain memory, RAM, ROM, timers, counter or any external peripherals. ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. That's why it requires more hardware. Therefore the PCB size is increased. Whereas in case of microcontroller, all these devices are internal. Therefore definitely it requires less hardware and reduced PCB size and increased reliability. And the microprocessors are more flexible from the design point of view. These are less flexible. More flexible in the meaning that in the microprocessor, we can able to execute any program. We can able to execute any function. It is like a general purpose computer. So where so many application programs can be run. For example, if you take your computer, personal computer or the laptop, there we are going to run number of applications, like we are running MS Office, like Excel sheets or Microsoft Office Word, or some other applications, PowerPoint and all, my Paint. These applications we are going to run. Means on a single platform, it will going to perform so many application software. It will going to execute so many application programs. Whereas in case of microcontroller, it is less flexible because it is a dedicated controller. It will going to execute the same program infinite number of times. Many number of times it will going to execute. That's why it is called as less flexible. And the microcontroller used for one particular function, it cannot be used for other operation. That's why we call this as it is a less flexible. And in microprocessor, single memory map for code and data and separate memory map for code and data. ಮೈಕ್ರೋಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಒಂದೇ ಮೆಮೊರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋಡ್ ಮತ್ತು ಡೇಟಾನ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಟೇಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಮೆಮೊರಿ, ದ ಕೋಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಡೇಟಾ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಮೆಮೊರಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಮ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್. ವೆರಾಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಕಂಟ್ರೋಲರ್, ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಫಾರ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕೋಡ್. ಡೇಟಾಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ program memory. And here you will be having CPU. So either you can access data or you can access program like this. So separate memories are there. In case of microcontroller, memories are different. These two memories are there. Whereas in case of microprocessor, in the single memory, both code and as well as the data has been stored. And in microprocessor, few pins are multifunctional, whereas here more pins are multifunctional. Multifunctional ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? Suppose if you take a microprocessor, both microprocessor and microcontrollers are having pins, external pins ಇರ್ತವೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಈ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರಲ್ಲಿ if you take each pin is having certain function, ಒಂದೊಂದು ಪಿನ್ನಿಗೂ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫ್ಯೂ ಪಿನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. ಮಲ್ಟಿಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಕೆಲವು ಸಲ ಒಂದೇ ಪಿನ್ನಿಗೆ 2-3 ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಗಳಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಟೇಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಿನ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಮೋರ್ ದೆನ್ ಒನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಯೂ ಪಿನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಫಂಕ್ಷನ್, ಲೆಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಿನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಫಂಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್. ವೆರಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಕಂಟ್ರೋಲರ್ ಮೋರ್ ಪಿನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಫಂಕ್ಷನಲ್. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಪಿನ್ಗಳು ಅಂದರೆ ಸುಮಾರು ಪಿನ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಒಂದೇ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಕಂಟ್ರೋಲರಲ್ಲಿ. ವೆರಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಒಂದು ಪಿನ್ನಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಲವು ಪಿನ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಮೋರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಒನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಕಂಟ್ರೋಲರ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಶಲ್ ಗೋ ಟು RISC and CISC architecture. So these are the two types of architecture we are going to use while designing the microcontroller. So the RISC stands for Reduced Instruction Set Computer. This is the full form of RISC, Reduced Instruction Set Computer. RISC has relatively less instructions, addressing modes and instruction formats. RISC ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, as the name itself indicate, reduced instruction, indicating that less number of instructions are there. What do you mean by instructions? Instructions are they are going to give the guidance what operation we need to perform. That is called as instructions, giving instruction to the processor. So kadme instructions irutte. Addressing modes, so that we shall again discuss what you mean by addressing modes in the future classes. And in the instruction format, what are the different types of instruction formats are there? So these are relatively less in numbers in case of RISC architecture. And a relatively small and simple decoding and executing hardware subsystem of the CPU is needed. ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸು, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೋಡ್ಸು ಮತ್ತು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೆಟ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಎ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಡಿಕೋಡಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಎನಫ್. ಕಡಿಮೆ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಡಿಕೋಡರ್ ನಮಗೆ ಸಾಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ಡಿಕೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಕಂಟ್ರೋಲರ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದ ಬೈನರಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್. Whereas whatever instructions we are going to write, that is in the English language. So some converter is required to convert high level language into machine level language, or to convert assembly level language into machine level language. It requires some conversion. So for that conversion, it requires some decoding operation. So here a relatively small and simple decoding and executing hardware subsystem of the CPU is needed because of the less number of instruction, less number of addressing modes, and less instruction formats. The chip area dedicated to the control unit is less and more area is available for the other features. So ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಏರಿಯಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಲೆಸ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ more space is available for the other features. And standard fixed size of the instruction and single cycle execution of all the instruction. ಎಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಮತ್ತು ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಸೈಜ್. ಲೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಟ್ ರಿಮೈನ್ಸ್ ಸೇಮ್. ಲೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ how many bits are there in one instruction. That is called as length of the instruction. It is fixed size. All instruction almost same size irutte. And single cycle execution of all the instruction. Cycles means so all the instructions are executed along in synchronized with the clock. Clock ಜೊತೆಗೆ synchronize ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So this is called as a clock. So this is called as one time period. So we call this as the distance from here to here. This distance is called as time period T. One instruction execute ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ it requires almost only one cycle. Single cycle instruction for all single cycle execution of all the instruction. ಎಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನು ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಸೈಕಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. 1 or 2 cycles it will be executed. So that's why we can able to increase the speed of operation if the instructions are executed in a single cycle. Otherwise, if the instruction take more number of cycle, it takes more time for the execution of the instruction. Whereas in case of CISC stands for Complex Instruction Set Computer. CISC stands for Complex Instruction Set Computer. CISC has large instruction set. How RISC is having reduced instruction sets, whereas CISC is having large number of instruction sets. ತುಂಬ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ instruction sets ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Multiple addressing modes. ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಟೈಪ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೋಡ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ದ ಸೈಜಸ್. ಎಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಕೂಡ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ತುಂಬ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ಸ್ ಟು ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್. ಸೊ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ನು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ಸ್ ಟೈಮ್ ತೊಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ. ಕೆಲವು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ನು 1 ಸೈಕಲ್ ತೊಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಲವು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ 2 cycles. 2 cycles means from here to here it is 1 cycle, and again from here to here it is 1 cycle. So this is called as 2 cycles. From here to here it is called as 2 cycles. 3 cycles means from here to here. This is called as 3 cycles. So different instructions will take different cycles. Either some instructions will take 1 cycle, some instructions will take 2, and some other instructions will take 3 and more than 3. That depends on the type of instruction. So because of this reason, so we call this as a complex instruction set computer. And the control units are complex here. The control units are complex because the different instructions are having different instruction length and different size and different addressing mode. That is the reason why the control units are complex in case of CISC architecture. Coming to the differences between the RISC and the CISC architecture. RISC stands for Reduced Instruction Set Computer and CISC stands for Complex Instruction Set Computer. RISC has relatively less instructions, addressing modes, and instruction formats, whereas CISC is having relatively more instructions, addressing modes, as well as the instruction formats. RISC chip area dedicated to the control unit is less. Kadame area control unit ಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ RISC ಅಲ್ಲಿ, because the instructions are fixed size. So the control unit is easily we can able to architect, or we can able to have the control unit. Easy control unit will be there. It is not, it is less complex here. The design of the control unit is less complex. Whereas in case of CISC, the chip area is dedicated to the control unit is more because of complex instructions. RISC design approach is suitable for efficient handling of the pipelines. RISC design approach is suitable for efficient handling of the pipeline. Pipelining means it is like a parallel processing. ಪ್ಯಾರಲ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, ಒಂದೇ ಸಲ 2-3 ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಪೈಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್. At the given time, different operations can be performed. That is called as pipelining. Again, we shall discuss this pipelining in the future classes. Whereas CISC design approach is not suitable for efficient handling of the pipeline. CISC ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಪೈಪ್ಲೈನ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. What is the advantage of using pipelines? The advantage of using pipelining technique is that the computation speed can be increased. At a time, we are going to execute 3 or more instructions. That is the reason why the operation speed can be increased. Whereas it is not possible in case of CISC. That's why RISC processors are faster than that of the CISC processors. It takes shorter time to complete the design of the RISC control unit. Since the RISC control unit is easy to design, it takes shorter time to complete the design of the RISC control unit. Whereas in case of CISC control unit, since it is a complex, it takes longer time. It takes more time for the designing of the control unit. Overall design cost of RISC control unit is less, whereas the overall design cost of the CISC control unit is more. Why the design cost is more? Because the instructions are different. Their size is different, addressing modes is different, their length is different, format is different. That's why the control unit will be complex. Since the control unit is complex, the more cost will be there. Designing of such type of control unit, it is costlier as compared to the RISC control unit. And since the number of instructions in a RISC system is small, compiler design is simpler. Number of instructions in a RISC systems are small. Kadame instructions ittirodrinda compiler design is simpler. What do you mean by a compiler? Compiler is a software program which will going to convert high level language into machine level language. So high level language means in English, like for example, in the C program, we are going to write the program printf, scanf. These instructions we are going to use these programming languages. It is like a English words. So these are called as high level language. HLL we call. HLL means high level language. C programming is the example of the high level language. But this program cannot be understood by the microprocessor. That's why what do? We have to convert high level language into machine level language, MLL. Machine level language means it contains zeros and ones. Binary zeros and binary ones will be there. That is called as machine level. Whereas in the high level language, we are having English type sentences. English type sentences will be there in the high level language. But this cannot be understood by the microprocessor or the controller. That's why it has to be converted into machine level language, or the object programs we call. Object level language. Object means zeros and ones. So in order to convert this high level language into machine level language, into zeros and ones, then some software, something is required, some conversion program is required. So this is called as a compiler. So this compiler is required to convert high level language into machine level language. So here we can see, since the total number of instructions in a RISC system is small, the compiler design is simpler. So ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಕಂಪೈಲರ್ನ ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. Whereas in case of CISC, since the total number of instructions in a CISC system is large, compiler design is more complex. ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಸೈಜ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಕಂಪೈಲರ್ designing of this conversion software, conversion program, compiler we call, that is more complex and more costlier also. And the availability of relatively large number of CPU registers permits a more efficient code optimization. RISC ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, more number of CPU registerಗಳಿರುತ್ತೆ. CPU ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್. Suppose if I take this is a CPU. Now here in this CPU we are having general purpose registers. GPRS we call. GPRS means general purpose register set. ಸೊ ಈ ಜನರಲ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸನ್ನು ಜನರಲ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇಟ್ ಪರ್ಮಿಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಮೋರ್ ಎಫಿಷಿಯೆಂಟ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಆಪ್ಟಿಮೈಸೇಷನ್. ಎಫಿಷಿಯೆಂಟ್ ಕೋಡನ್ನ ಬರಿಬಹುದು. ಇಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಲೆಸ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಆಪ್ಟಿಮೈಸೇಷನ್. ವೆರಾಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ CISC ಇಟ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಎ ಮೆನಿ CPU ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್. CISC ಆರ್ಕಿಟೆಕ್ಚರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದಿಸ್ CPU, ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಯೂ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್. ಕಡಿಮೆ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಜನರಲ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ರೀಸನ್ ಇಟ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪರ್ಮಿಟ್ ಎಫಿಷಿಯೆಂಟ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಆಪ್ಟಿಮೈಸೇಷನ್. Coming to the summary, in this session we have learnt what do you mean by a microprocessor, what do you mean by a microcontroller, the differences between microprocessor and the microcontroller, CISC and RISC architectures, and the differences between RISC and CISC architectures. Thank you.